For this time, we will discuss about the JavaScript. Well, JavaScript languages construct types by recognizes and describes the fundamental building blocks of JavaScript expressions, variables, constant, and literals. JavaScript recognizes the following types of values. Number 1 is numbers such as 42 or 3.1.159. Number 2, logical Boolean values, either true or false, string such as howdy. Null, a special keyword denoting a null value. Null is also a primitive value. Undefined, a top-level property whose values is undefined. Undefined is also a primitive value. Variables. Variables in JavaScript are used to store and redeem data from the RAM, where it is stored temporarily as long as the program is open. Variables usually have a unique name that can be called upon when it has to be used as a JavaScript. Is case sensitive. The variable name has to be exactly how it is called upon. So, for example, it is called first. It cannot be by using first because JavaScript wouldn't recognize it. A variable can be called in JavaScript by typing var. Before it's unique, the name is given. The unique name must be between A to Z or must have a underscore if it has two words to it. For this time, we will discuss about the operators. Operators are special symbols, characters that carry out operations on operands, variables, and values. For example, addition, also used for string concatenation, is an operator that performs addition. Subtraction operator is an operator that performs subtraction. Multiplication operator is an operator that performs multiplication. Division operator is an operator that performs division. JavaScript allows the user to do arithmetic equations. To do this, JavaScript uses arithmetic operators. This is used to calculate two values together and produce an output value. This is anything like plus, add, minus, subtract, x, multiply, divide, and many more. As you can see, the variable c is designed to add whatever values a and b hold in this case, it's 3 and 6. The operator plus is going to help those values that will then be displayed on the screen. Flow control. In computer science, flow control or flow of control is the order in which individual statements, instructions, or function calls of an imperative program are executed or evaluated. The emphasis on explicit control flow distinguishes an imperative programming language from a declarative language. In JavaScript, we read the code starting from the first line till the last line, unless of course in the code there is some instructions or statements that changes that control flow. The most known control flow used, I would think, is the if statement that we use many of our code. For example, you want a website to show some page if you are older than 18. If not, the website would render a different page is a traditional example of a control flow. Conditional example. Now we will discuss what is class. Well, class or classes is a type of function, but instead of using the keyword function to initiate it, we use the keyword class. and the properties are assigned inside a constructor method. Class definition. Use the keyword class to create a class and always add the constructor method. The constructor method is called each time the class object is initialized. Example, a simple class definition for a class named car. Class, car, constructor brand, this point car name brand. Now, you can create object using the car class. Now we will discuss about the packages and interfaces. Well, a package is a group of classes and interfaces together, whereas an interface is a group of abstract methods. Package is created using a keyword package, whereas an interface is created using a keyword interface. If a class or an interface inside a package is to be used, the package is to be imported while an interface has to be implemented. Conclusion about packages and interfaces. Both packages and interface are the containers. Package reduces the size of the code as we just import the class to be used instead of again define it. Whereas the interface reduces the confusions occurred while multiple inheritance, because in the code of multiple inheritances, the inheriting class has not to be decided that definition of which method it should be, and he inherit, instead it defines its own. This is the last one, integrated development environment. An integrated development environment, or IDE, is a software application that provides comprehensive facilities to computer programmers for software development. An IDE normally consists of at least a source code editor, build automation tools, and a debugger. Some IDEs, such as NetBeans and Eclipse, contain the necessary compiler, interpreter, or both. Others, such as SharkDevelop and Lazarus, do not. That's integrated development environment. The boundary between an IDE and other parts of the broader software development environment is not well defined. Sometimes, a version control system or various tools to simplify the construction of a graphical user interface, or GUI, are integrated. Many modern IDEs also have a class browser, an object browser, and a class hierarchy diagram for use in object-oriented software development. That's all.